Hello and welcome to the news at 1. I'm Emmanuel Aja. These are the news. We are filing at this hour. 14 people have died and 47 injured in another blast in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital. Reports say a female suicide bomber detonated the bomb at the entrance of Sunday market in Damaturu. The 47 wounded victims are currently receiving treatment at a state specialist hospital. President Muhammadu Buhari on Saturdays promised that his administration will do all things within its power to ensure that no Nigerian child is ever infected with poliomyelitis again. In a statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, quoted the president as speaking at an event organized to mark Nigeria's successful completion of 1 year without any report case of wild polio virus held inside the presidential villa, Abuja. Buhari further pledged that the federal government will mobilize and deploy all necessary resources to effectively complete the task of eradicating polio from the country. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has described the federal government's financial bailout to states unable to pay workers. The financial creativity made possible by compassion and leadership quality exhibited by the President Muhammadu Buhari. Osinbajo, who spoke in Ibadan on Saturday, said given the financial circumstance of the affected states, the plight of Nigerian workers, it's essential that any listening and sensitive government intervene in the way the president did. He stated that the federal government under President Muhammadu Buhari directed that money should be released regarding the situation of the states in Nigeria. The vice president also called Nigerians to be vigilant in order not to fall into dangerous plots of Boko Haram. He also urged that opportunity is clarified to recent statements by the plans by the insurgents to hit the targets using scavengers. Some ex-loyalists of the former minority leader Femi Gbajabiamila and all members of the All Progressive Congress loyalist groups in Saturday declared support for the Speaker House of Representatives Yakubu Dogara. The lawmaker claimed that they had realized it is better to place the interests of the country ahead of all others considerations to accept the position of the principal officers of the House as proposed by Dogara. Gbajabiamila is believed to have been the backing of the loyalist group, had long insisted that the office of the majority leader must be zoned to southwest and held by him. It could be recalled that the leadership of APC in June 23rd letter to Dogara had recommended to zone the majority leader to southwest, deputy leader to northwest, chief whip to northeast, and the deputy whip to south-south. However, the speaker opposed to it, citing alleged violation of federal character principle, and insisted proposed the zone of the majority leader to the northwest. The Nigerian police have concluded their plans into the forgery of the Senate standing order and given a copy of the report to President Muhammadu Buhari. The report says confirmed that the standing rules used to inaugurate the 8th Assembly were forged in the report. The police recommended the prosecution of those found culpable of forging the orders, which had been used in the controversial election of the Senate's president, Senator Bukola Saraki, and his deputy senator, Ike Ekweremadu, on June the 9th. The report was said to have been indicted the management of the National Assembly, especially the clerk, Salisu Mekasua, and recommended the prosecution of the suspect, acting on the petition of Senator Suleiman Onkui of All Progressive Congress, Kaduna State. The police had July the 6th squeezed Ekweremadu and Mekasua over the alleged forgery of the Senate standing order. The petition alleged that some parts of the 2015 Senate order were different from the one ratified by the 6th Senate in 2010, which used by the 7th as the standing order of 2011. The former vice chairman and member board of trustees of Arewa Consultative Forum, Senator Joseph Wakul, has accused the national leader of All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, of allegedly masterminding the petition that was charged to the wife of the Senate President, Toyin Saraki, to be invited by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, according to him. The decision was followed by a promise to help secure the second term for the EFCC chairman, Ibrahim Lamode, but Tinubu said Wakul should not be taken seriously as was broke and needed a quick fix. Wakul, a leader of the APC, in a statement sent to journalists in Abuja on Saturday, described the situation where Tinubu will be allegedly using his personal relationship with the EFCC chairman to embarrass and torment fellow party members as unfortunate. Wako, in a statement, claimed that the findings shows that Tinubu personally gave the petition to Lamode under the guise that he was submitting on his behalf of the APC leadership to punish Saraki for working against the party leadership on the choice of the National Assembly leaders. Former Chief of Naval Staff Usman Jibril insists there is no way he could have been sacked after 35 years in service. He said this in a reaction to media reports that went viral on the social media that the immediate past service chiefs were sacked. Jibril argued that the service chiefs were just changed and not sacked as widely reported. The former naval chief clarified this before handing over to his successor.
I have an advice for the press. A service chief that has put in meritorious 35 years cannot be sacked and cannot be relieved. It can only be changed. So the word is changed. A service chief has been changed, not sacked. After 35 years, I cannot be sacked. So on this note, I say fair winds and onward together, gentlemen. I'm happy.
We'll now take a quick break and we'll be back with more stories. Do join us again.
Some pundits believe that as long as the political system is driven by selected few, corruption may be difficult to fight.
Be careful about what you say.
I am not the only politician. Even if I've wronged anyone, it's time to forgive me.
Political Arena every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. and a repeat broadcast every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m.
Welcome back. For more news and other stories, do visit our show media platform, facebook.com/CoreTV News. And our Twitter, CoreTV News NG. You can also watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, then news. The immediate past special advisor to the president on Niger Delta Affairs, Kingsley Koko, says he is ready to assist the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in the bid to probe the accounts of the agency under his leadership. Koko is currently in the United States of America, where he is undergoing a medical procedure. He maintained that there is no need for the allegation leveled against him because the records of his administration were clear and available for scrutiny. The former presidential aide was responding to invitation by EFCC directing him to report to its headquarters in Abuja for questioning on July the 28th, 2015, over allegation of diverting public funds running into hundreds of millions of naira. The fragile peace in Plateau State may deteriorate if urgent steps are not taken to settle the frayed nerves across the state, in spite of continuous cries, substantive court orders, and massive protests against the recent dissolution of the local government council. The elected administration, the governor of the state, Simeon Landlog, has remained adamant, saying there is no going back on the decision. Landlog made this known when the Muslim Ummah in the state came to pay him Salah homage at the government house.
As protests are organized against the decision of the governor, many describe the situation as a satire. However, the position of the security agents is a bit confusing at best, if the complaints of some of the councillors are anything to go by. The Inspector General of Police stated that he has not seen any court order preventing the dissolution of local government councils in Plateau State, while vouching for his police commissioners and officers that they are law-abiding citizens.
We are not here to cause any trouble or to show our grievances, our displeasure in how our constitution has been vandalized. There is a law, there is an order from the court. Unfortunately, what we are experiencing, even the security men, they have connived with the government in order to be the rule of breaking the law instead of upholding the law. And what impressed yesterday, that the DPO of Joseph claimed that the Commissioner of Police gave them authorities and directives to stop any former member from entering the council.
You know, we'll still, the judgment still remains in judgment. But for that of Plateau, I've not been briefed. I've not been served any process. And once I'm served any process, I will take a look at it. There are procedural laws, and I have a very healthy respect for the rule of law. So also my officers, my commissioners of police also have a healthy respect for the rule of law. We will not do anything that will cause, for.
Yeah, my names are Emmanuel Gachalom Loman, the Algon chairman, Plateau State. Actually, we visited the Inspector General of Police at his office in Abuja. We took our own petition attached with the court order that restrict the government of Plateau State from even dissolving the local government. So we presented the court order to him together with our petition. You will remember that he came here last week and he actually said that he has not gotten any formal complaint about what is happening on the plateau, particularly what it has to do with the dissolution of the local government. So we took all these documents to him.
As the local government chairman who will strategize on how to reclaim their mandate, it's yet to be seen where this developing story leads.
Of Plateau will decide. Now let me make this very clear, that this issue is not about the council chairman. It's about the rule of law. It's about good governance. It's about respecting the mandate and wishes of the people of Plateau State. It's not about the council chairman. And therefore, what will happen if this impunity continues is left for the people to decide. But I also believe that when the court returns from its vacation, they will also take appropriate measures to ensure that the sanctity of the court is not trampled upon.
Who will blink first? The embattled local government chairman or the barrister governor facing a court order? Only time will tell.
Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed has said his administration will not retrench workers under any guise, but rather creates platform to economically empower the teeming youth. Governor Ahmed, who stated this in Lawrence while speaking in an interactive program, explained that no state government could execute any developmental projects or pay salaries as at when due or relying on federal allocation alone, promising to courts of governance in order to fulfill its campaign promises. Governor Ahmed emphasized that the new IGR drive will assist the government to pay workers regular salary, accelerated development, and save the state from economic quagmire. He added that the new agency will ensure change in philosophy, technology, and the process of collecting revenues as described, levels of enhanced financial status of the state. He urged the people of the state to embrace with the new tax regime in paying their taxes appropriately in the interest of the state. The Kwara State Police Command says it will not relent in the crime-fighting activities to ensure that criminality is a thing of the past in the state. Spokesman to the State Police Command at the South case, Sami made this known while speaking to newsmen at a parade of various suspects about the State Police Command in Ilorin. Rashid has more in this report.
While briefing journalists on the activities of the State Police Command, spokesperson Ajayi Okesami says the police is battle ready to ensure that it continues to rid the state of all sorts of vices and criminal activities. Going further, Okesami disclosed that the State Police Command made a big breakthrough in catching an Ilorin-based automobile dealer hanging around banks to monitor customers and trace them to their destination for robbery operations.
Their own specialty is to hang around banks, to monitor people that come to the bank to withdraw money. They trade such people to wherever they can attack the person. But luck, however, ran out of them when they went to Diamond Bank, very close to GTB in Tanke, where one Omotayo Tola Alabi, went to do some transaction and withdrew the sum of 650,000 naira. After withdrawing the money, he kept it in the boot of his car and drove straight to the University of Ilorin to see one of his friends, one name withheld. And not up to 15 minutes, he came out and discovered that the glass door of his car had been damaged, and the money he kept in the boot of the car has disappeared. And on receipt of...
In his reaction to the allegation, Onafu Abiodun, who is the one in question, says he is innocent of the crime.
One huge man just came around and ajar the door beside me. And I stood up and said, "Who are you? What do you want?" Before anything, the policemen surrounded us and were taken to the state CID of the headquarters and SARS. Till now, I can't even explain because they didn't take any statement from us. We didn't defend anything. We don't even know until when we saw this bill they gave us to handle.
You're not saying what you have been accused of, you don't begin anything about it?
I don't do it. I don't do it. At all. I've never been arrested by anybody.
What is your profession? What do you do?
I'm an automobile dealer.
Eh?
Automobile dealer.
What's your name?
Onofu Abiodun.
The State Police Command, however, reiterates its resolve to crush all criminals and rid the state of crime. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ilorin.
The Nigerian Union of Journalists has elected Abdullahi Odushile of the nation's newspaper as its news president. They succeed Muhammad Garba Mohammed as the now commissioner for Kano State. Odushile pulled 354 votes to defeat the closest opponent, Rotimi Obawamugu, who got 333 votes at the National Union of Journalists National Delegate Conference in Abuja. Mohammed Sheud clinched the position of the financial secretary of the union to defeat Ajayi Olugbenga. The post of the national treasurer went to Monica Okechukwu, who defeated Galba Aliyah, and Ambrose Nwachukwu. Chris Osiogo emerged the Southeast vice president after the defeat of Godi Okafo, while Aisha Ibrahim claimed the position of the vice president Northeast, the position of the deputy national president, the national internal auditor, and the vice president North Central were filled on the posts. The Plateau State Command has closed amid a case of finding for tertiary education or test fund for the state university and the other government-owned tertiary institutions in the state. Governor Simeon Lalong, who was speaking during a visit to the Executive Secretary of Test Fund, Professor Sulaiman Bogoro in Abuja, said the university, which was established in March 2005, is especially in need of funds or infrastructures. He explained that the decision to withhold the interventions fund due to poor management by dissolved school board has affected this institution, including accreditations process for some programs. We'll now take a quick break and we'll be back with more stories. Do join us again.
That's a sign of protest, saying that things are not good.
Women share the most amazing thoughts.
When it's close to the time, our people will protest naked
on national issues.
That was on their own point. That was an accident. That is different.
And to do it
Politics is about being a servant.
passionately.
Without a woman, there will be no success at all.
Sharing the adorable word of women.
There are some women who have what it takes.
In politics.
Margaret Thatcher, Iron Lady. When she's too soft, she's too soft.
Only on CoreTV News.
The U.S. and Kenyan presidents have differed sharply in their position on gay rights at the news conference in the first full day of Barack Obama's visit to Africa. While Obama spoke strongly against discrimination, Uhuru Kenyatta said Kenya did not share the same values. Kenyatta described the question of gay rights as a non-issue in Kenya, saying that the country needed to concentrate on the areas that are relevant to the people. Talks between the international creditors over the bailout package should go ahead on Monday after logistic issues that delayed the meeting this week are resolved, and a Greek official said on Saturday. The meeting with officials from the European Commission, European Central Banks, and International Monetary Fund had been expected to start on Friday, but were delayed by organizational issues, including the local talks and security. The finance minister said talks were now expected to get underway formally on Monday after logistical issues were resolved, and the official who spoke on condition of anonymity denied that the government was trying to keep the lenders team away from government's department. Greek of field inspections visited the lenders in Athens as a violation of the country's sovereignty. The 6 months of acrimonious negotiations with EU partner took place in Brazil at the government's request. And this, I will call it wrap on the news at 1. I'm Emmanuel Ajayi. Bye for now.